Prosperity, peace, and love to all my brothers and sisters, to all fellow lions. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're okay. This is Teacher Kaitesi. So I have a message, and this is a good one. So I'll start by telling you a few things first. So for me to become aware of the fact that this world was a different place for me from other people, like what you call awakening, this happened for me in 2012, 12th of December to be precise. Okay, that whole year of 2012, I kept breaking, like remembering things, thinking about things, getting visions, getting dreams, things which were really showing me that life was a bit different for me from other people. And whenever I talked about these things, people seemed like they were not with what I was saying. But when it came to 2012, 12th of December, like literally everything just ripped open. Like that part where you call seeing the world naked, where you see everything X-ray as it really is, you know? That's when for me it happened. And I remember when that veil tore apart, the very first thing I saw was a Rasta man. Like I was just looking in the room where I was that time in the walls, and I saw this Rasta man on this wall. Like I would literally see an image. So I got, I think at the time I used pencils and colored pencils, which were for my kids. And I drew this Rasta man how I could see him. And I could see his dreads, and he had blood all over him, he had mud. He looked like somebody who's just coming out of battle, and he looked really sad, you know. And I remember looking at him and thinking, this Rasta man is very sad, he has gone through a lot, like getting that feeling, he has gone through a lot. And then I look on the other wall. This is in the same room. This room was where my children used to play, and they used to watch TV, so it was just chairs and their play toys and just a television in the corner. So I look on the other wall, and I look and I see this tree. And I see this tree, so I draw it as well. I draw this tree, and this tree had different flowers, different leaves, and different fruits. Like all the fruits were different. Everything that was in it was different from the other. Like different shapes of leaves, different sizes of leaves, different shapes of fruits, different flowers, all in this one tree, you know. So I look at that image and I'm wondering what this is. What is this? And then Spirit tells me this is the tree of life. Okay. Then I look again on the other wall. Now opposite the other wall where I had seen the sad Rasta man, I look at the opposite wall, and then this time I see it looks like the same Rasta man, because the very first one he looked thinner and sad, but this one he looks happy and he has wings, huge wings behind him, you know. So I draw him out how I could see him, and he was happy, he looked happy, and he was like smiling, and he had these wings behind him. Okay. So those were the very first images I saw. And then I went on and sat in my bathroom. Like I remember evening, I sat in the bathroom after the kids had gone to sleep, and I looked at the tiles, and there were all these images of different people. And I drew and I drew and I drew. This time I used a marker and just drew on the tiles with the marker, and I drew so many people. I remember counting, and there were over 70 people in this wall, all around me, all around. And they were through plants, and there were all these other things, plants, but all around these 70 people. Like more than 70, I remember there were more than 70. Okay, so those are like the very first images I remember I saw. And then after that, I was just seeing different mystical creatures. I say mystical creatures because I would see like flying lions, and I would see like eagles that have 2-3 heads, and all these magnificent things that I saw a mixture of things, literally, that day, the 12th, you know. My whole night, I remember I went to sleep at about 4-5 in the morning because I was just exhausted from seeing all these things. And from then on, everything just changed for me. But that tree stayed with me. So time passes, all the time, every other time I see this tree. This one time I dreamt about the same tree, and I saw it, and I'm standing on this piece of land, and I see this tree, and it's floating in the sky, and it just has a small patch of soil with it holding onto the roots, and it's floating through the air. And I look down, and I'm thinking, but down here there are no trees. Like, the whole place is just empty, just soil, and I can see all across the hills, and it's just brown soil, no plants. So this tree floats, and it floats above me, and I run as I'm running beneath it, and then finally it settles onto the ground. And as soon as it settles onto the ground, everything starts to grow around it, and all around it becomes green. And I look up at the hills, and everywhere is green. But it all started out with this tree settling onto this ground. Okay? So yes, after Spirit had told me it was the tree of life, it always made sense that, okay, it's tree of life that I see. So now, over the years, from 2012, every year I draw this tree. I will move, like I told you, I move a lot. So every time I'll move to a new house, I will see it on the walls. I will draw it. There was the last time when I came to Rwanda, when my room at my mom's home, the room that I was sleeping in, one time I'm laying my bed, and as I'm on the lower side of the bed laying, I look up at where I put my head, my pillows, and then I see it. So I drew it on the wall, and it was there. I always draw this tree. This year, because I'm in the school, even where I was staying within the school, I saw it up in the corner of the room where I was staying. So I drew it, but it was small, so I drew it in the corner of the tree. And I also one time was in class, and I found myself drawing it on this paper, and I drew it with pen, a blue pen and a red pen, and I drew it, and after that I cut it out and I stuck it onto my laptop. After I stuck it onto my laptop started having issues. My laptop is new, it's like just barely a year. So I take it for repair one time, take it again, and I'm thinking, this is not right. So I ask Spirit, what's wrong with my computer? I don't do a lot with it. It's mostly just classwork and a few things. Why does it keep having issues? So Spirit tells me it's the tree. I asked, it is the tree, why? I'm the one who drew this tree. So the Spirit tells me this tree has power, and so the power is too much for the computer. Can you imagine that? So I removed the tree from the computer, because now after it had broken down again, I removed the tree, I clean my computer on top, and then I take it for repair. This is the amazing part. This guy just opened it like 2-3 things. He didn't even ask me for money. Have you ever taken your computer for repair and they repair it for free? This guy was like, I just needed to do a few things. There was nothing much I did. You don't need to pay me. I didn't pay the guy. He repairs my computer, and from then on it hasn't had any issues. Okay? So then I started thinking, how powerful is this tree? But then, okay, fine, I'm thinking, okay, if it's the tree of life, it's definitely powerful. But then, if I'm the one who has drawn it, okay, I understand that they say things which we touch, everything we touch has power. But how much power can it have that it can crush my computer? You know? So I was asking Spirit, what exactly is it about this tree? What do I need to know about it? You know? So time passes, because for me, usually when I ask Spirit something, it's like even Spirit makes me forget about it until when I'm ready, then I get the answer. So now, fast forward to end of term. We get end of term, so the children at school, they make cards for their parents, and my class made this card of the Christmas tree. Okay, so we gave them this piece of paper, the art teacher, and then they colored this Christmas tree. So they usually finish coloring, and then they write in their cards, and these cards they take them home for the parents as their Christmas cards. So the day of giving the children the cards, I give them out, but some of the children, as usual, 2 boys forgot their cards in class. So I keep the 2 cards. Now, I don't know how, but through my things, because most of my things are in class, most of my things are at school, but somehow I ended up with this one card in my bag. Okay? So I get home, and then I'm looking through my bag, and I see it, so I put it up. I feel Spirit telling me, put it up, take Christmas cards. So I put it up in my living room. And so it's there, it's in passing, I see it every day. But then I keep feeling like the tree, I asked about the tree, I should know about the other floating tree. Then Spirit tells me something. You see, pagans may have all these different things that they interpret as the Christmas tree on the internet. I don't know, I haven't gone to ask what a Christmas tree is from and where it originated from. But in actual sense, we, the children of the Most High is the tree of life, the source from which we all come. We, the children of the Most High, are those ornaments on that tree. So every time you see this Christmas tree, that is a depiction of the Most High, and those ornaments, those beautiful different ornaments on that tree are us, the children of the Most High. Can you imagine? So this was for me the message I got on Christmas Day. Looking at my one little card, I asked what? Spirit told me, this tree is who you all are, us, the children of the Most High. Okay? Consider that this place had barely had life. They didn't know love edible. They had whatever had happened with Adam and his children. When those minions of Satan fell here, they took love from them, and this place died, became void of love. And we came, that tree came to this place, and when we came, we brought back love to this tree. The reason why, for me, every time I drew this tree, it had different fruits and different leaves, is because we all look different. We are all looking different, we all look different, but ultimately, beneath everything, we are all children of the same tree. Okay? Now, this is the purpose of me giving you this information. 1, we need to be the ones to activate one another. Okay? There is something about me that no one can take from me. There is something about each and every one of you fellow lions that they can't take from you. There is something, there's an energy, there's a power within you that they have drained and drained and drained from, but they can never finish. Because every time they drain, you refill yourself. There are many other things that they have taken from you that you have forgotten. There are many other things they have taken from you and you have forgotten. But there are things which every time they take from you, they can't drain. And the reason why they can't drain is because of your connection to that tree. You're attached to the source. You're a fruit on that tree. So even when they drain and drain and drain and take, there is a part of you which you yourself have the power to hold on to, no matter how much they take. You can never let them finish that. And that is the one that keeps the light burning. That is the one, that is why even when they do whatever they do to us and they drain us, wherever we go, they can still see the light in us. It's because of that one power that you have, that no one else has, okay? Apart from us, the children of the Most High. Now, another thing about us, we can do anything and everything because we are tapped into source. Remember in the Matrix, how every time they needed to get into a new program, they just downloaded it into them and they could do that? Yeah, that is how we are. We are tapped into source, so anything we can do. Meaning that this year I could be the minister for education. For 3-4 years, put the education in order. Then I could go on and be the minister for economic, for trade. I could be the minister for trade after that. And I could also put that into line. Then I can go ahead and be the minister for something else, for transportation. And I could again put that in order. Because that is how for us we are. We are tapped into source, so we can do anything. We are not just born with one ability. No, that is not us. This is why for them they capitalize on one thing. They find the one thing which they can manage and they tap into you and they keep sucking that one thing out of you because they can only manage one thing at a time. But that's not how us we are. We are a multiple of things within this one person. Okay? So now this is what we are going to do for each other. And this one is only if you allow. If you allow that I heal you, you must also heal me in return. This is how we are going to do it. This is how I've been doing it from the 25th up to today, from when Spirit showed it to me. You are going to, as you meditate or as you pray, okay, you're going to say, for all those brothers and sisters, for all those fellow lions that have an illness or an ailment and anything difficult in their lives that needs healing, that I can heal them from, I heal them, as they also heal me in return for anything that I may be suffering from, that they can heal. That's one. We're going to heal each other. Two, everything that is within me that I am good at, that I have actively been a part of, that I know cannot be taken from me, that I have power in, okay? I activate in you, my brother, in you, my sister. You fellow lions, I activate each and everything that is active within me. I activate it within you. The same way, this will only work if you, fellow lion, also activate in me the thing that you activated in. Do you understand? Everything that I am good at, you should be good at. Everything which you are good at, I am also good at. Okay? Because we are a number of things. You see, this is the thing. We are being made to think that we are separated, but separation is the real illusion. In actual sense, we are just one. Because we are all on the same tree. We are all on the same tree. We look different. We behave different. Because what they have taken from us, they've taken different things from us. So even when we come across each other, we can't relate that much because we are different. Because what they've taken from you, what I have left and what you have left are two different things. You get? So it's not easy for us to relate because we find that we are different individuals from one another. But in actual sense, that is the illusion. We all come with the same source. We are all on the same tree. Okay? I'm just a different shape of the fruit and taste, and you're just a different tree, but we are all of the same. Okay? So if I activate in you what I know very well is within me, okay? If I activate what is within you that I know I have, if I say it to the Spirit and the Most High, and I say that in all fellow lions, everything that is good within me, I activate within them. All fellow lions, anything that I can heal in them, I heal. The same way all fellow lions heal in me what they can heal about me, and activate in me what they can activate in me. That means, it doesn't mean that I share my gift with you. It does not necessarily mean that if I have 70%, I'm going to give you 10, I give someone else 10. No, that's not what it means. It means that if I am at 70% of, say, being a good artist, you're going to be at 70. I'm giving you part. You're unequal. You're going to be activated the same way that I am activated. If I'm at 80%, you're going to be at 80% with that. Someone else, the same. Okay? All those fellow lions, for me, I agree. I want this for all my fellow brothers and sisters. I want this for all fellow lions. Each and everything that me, Kaitesi, I can heal within all the other lions, I heal it. I heal it. And all those things that I'm good at, all those things that I'm good at, that I can activate in all fellow lions, I activate. I only activate them in those fellow lions that want the same for me. The reason why Spirit told me to tell you this is because we have become selfish. Because the world doesn't share with us, because we've realized that we are always giving and nobody gives back to us the same way we give, we have learned to become selfish. We are holding on to whatever little we have, so we no longer know how to share. And yet it's through us activating each other. This is not really you sharing. This is you switching on me and me switching you on. It's like I have this switch, I can't reach it. You have this switch, you can't reach it. So I can reach it for you and you can reach mine for me. Okay? This is how we become unstoppable. Because let me tell you something, brothers and sisters, this coming year, the plans that they have against us, we thought that they fought against us, but all the plans that they have this year are against seers. This time they are at their most intense. That's what Spirit tells me. This time Spirit tells me that they are outwardly, openly. It's open season. So we need to be at our strongest. And for us to be at our strongest, the Most High wants us to learn to work with one another. Being in my presence, being in the same place doesn't matter. This is a spiritual war. This is a spiritual war. Okay? So all those who are with me in spirit, all those fellow lions, I activate you In everything that I'm good at, I activate you, as you will activate me in all the things that you're good at. Anything that you're suffering from that I can heal, that I have the power to heal, I heal in you the same way that you heal me from anything that I may be suffering from that you can heal. This is how we are going to increase our power, because we are all on the same tree. Okay? So we need to all join all our energy so that we can be able to activate this whole tree and bring back real life. Yeah, we're going to bring back life. We are the ones who are going to bring back life. This making us believe that I'm here and someone else is, I don't know how many miles from me, and another one very far, and another one very far. That doesn't matter in the spirit. In the spirit, we are on the same tree. Okay? And we are going to activate that tree and light it up. These people have these Christmas trees every year. They decorate and put it there, and they pretend that tell me. You tell me how in this story of Jesus, it ends up having this tree. You tell me how this tree becomes something that is celebrated at Christmas. In the part of the Christian story that I've read, I don't read any part that tells me about this tree. Okay? I know they try and put the star at the top, and they try and behave like that's the star that pointed them to the manger where Jesus was, but everything just looks convoluted to me. All these things just always seem like they are just putting things together to make sense, but in actual sense, that is a representation of the tree of life. It is a beautiful tree with different ornaments on them, with different fruits, all on the same tree. That's why when you look at a Christmas tree, it has blue, green, yellow, red, all these different ornaments, different sizes, different shapes, and they all are beautiful together. That is who we are. Okay? So disregard everything that you hear from these children, because for me these days I look at them and they are like infants. They are trying to play God. These are infants trying to play God. Let them play their God. You activate me, because for me, I have allowed to activate you. For as long as you have allowed to activate me, I have allowed to activate you. Now let's activate each other and see what happens. Otherwise, brothers and sisters, Happy New Year. If it's really the New Year, we don't care. It's a different season. And this season, we're going to thrive. We must thrive. Okay? So all the best. Much love.